Hey, fifth grade rock stars. We are getting close to our first week of distance learning, and it's going to be super exciting. But also, I'm sure you have a bunch of questions about what am I going to be doing? So I wanted to give you a sneak peek into our first learning board. And this is going to be from Monday, March 30th through Friday, April 3rd. And every week you'll get a new learning board that's going to have new things you have to do as a fifth grade learner. So we're going to walk through what they're going to kind of look like. This is not complete. We're still working on it and changing some things and making sure it's perfect before we send it out to you on Sunday. But I wanted to give you a sneak peek because in general, most of it will stay the same. So in the top, if I continue reading and if I start, it says, Dear fifth grade e-learners, tasks in the green blocks are your required activities due by 4 p.m. Friday. That means I have to do everything in green. I have to do this math activity in green, the reading, the writing, SEL, science and social studies, and specialist activities like PE, Chinese, art, music, and orchestra. If you're not in orchestra, then you probably don't have to worry about that. But it's there for us who are in orchestra, and you can kind of see Miss Elliott's working right now on what her lesson will look like. So I have to do what's in green by 4 p.m. Friday. I might work on some of it on Monday, and then on Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Thursday, and then on Friday, I want to make sure that I'm wrapping up my learning for the week. You do not have to do everything in one day. The expectation is to do about 2 to 3 hours of work every day, and to do this learning during that time. Now, if I move back up, my second bullet point says, and I have to do at least one activity in each subject column below the green row, also to be completed by 4 p.m. Friday. So let's look at math, for example. It's in green, this one, so I have to do 3 Go formatives. But then I'm going to choose, do I want to do IXL? Do I want to do Freckle? Or do I want to do Mountain Math? I can pick because those are below my green row. I could pick 1, I could pick 2, or I really could do all 3 if I wanted to. But I at least have to do one of those extra jobs under math before 4 p.m. Friday. So let's look at writing. I have to log into my email and send my teacher an email with a summary of what I've been reading lately. It's in green. I know I have to do that. But then I'm going to choose. Do I want to then write as if I'm an item in my bedroom? Am I going to write a reflection about how I feel about e-learning? Or do I want to create a comic strip? You could pick 1, 2, or 3. At least 1, though, by 4 p.m. Friday, in addition to the green box. For PE, Chinese, art, and music, there's a link to what Mrs. Smaker, Mr. O'Connell, and Mrs. Lau would like you to do. My third bullet point up front, so now I have my green blocks, I have at least 1 more activity in each column, plus I have to participate or watch afterwards our classroom's daily meeting. On Friday, when we did a practice round, we sent you the link. This time, you just get to click it. So if you're in Miss Hautel's class, you click this link every day at 11:30 to join our meeting. It's the same link every day this week. So you can just click at 11:30 and be ready to roll. Okay? So I'm going to ignore this next section for just a second. So I'm just going to scroll down. I have my math column, reading, writing, SEL, science and social studies, and my specialists. I'm going to do everything in the green, and then I'm going to pick 1 in each column that I want to do extra. Again, you can do more than 1, but at least 1. Now, if I scroll to the very bottom, it says learning targets for the week. These are what your goals are. I can multiply and divide whole numbers and decimals. We're on Unit 7. That's what we're practicing. I can compare and contrast text structures, events, ideas, concepts, and information in 2 or more texts. So these are our I can statements of what we're working on across the week. In this second one, these are general. I can follow a learning board and complete at least 14 learning tasks in a week. So if I count up all the green boxes and then one extra in each column, that adds up to 14. I can do more because that's what at least means. I can demonstrate proper digital citizenship when using distance learning websites. That's just like those videos you watched in order to do the first Google Meet. Are you following the directions of muting and unmuting? Are you not sharing personal information in a chat? Are you being respectful and showing patience and empathy and assertion and cooperation? Are you doing those things to be a fifth grade learner, even online? And lastly, I could participate in a class meeting Monday through Friday, either live or by watching afterwards. That is an expectation to do every day. And at the very bottom, again, this is going to look a little different when you get to on Sunday, but this is where you can contact all of your fifth grade teachers. For example, Mrs. Sawtelle, you can call me from 9 to 3:30 every day. If you click on this link, it tells you how to do that. Mrs. Walsh has her time, Mrs. Ryder, and so forth. Again, this is not what it may look like on Sunday, but this gives you the gist. This is how you can connect with all your fifth grade teachers, and not just your classroom teacher, but your specialists and your Miss Ulfig and Miss Schneider and all kinds of other people in our building, including Miss Happy, who works with a few of us. All right, I'm going to scroll back up to the very top to this student accountability board. It says to show and keep track of your work completion. Complete the student accountability board throughout the week. So if I'm in Miss Sawtelle's class, I'm going to click on accountability board, and this link is going to pop up. So I'm going to click on that. And what pops up is a chart that's going to look just like our learning board. But let's walk through this letter at the top. Dear fifth grade e-learners, E means you're learning on the internet. Accountability means holding yourself responsible for completing expectations by a deadline. A planner and a calendar are examples of tools that help us be accountable by checking things off when tasks and activities are completed. This accountability board is a place for you to show yourself, your family, and your teachers that you are being responsible as a fifth grade learner, learning and working from home. You will use this board to show when you have completed a task or activity listed. Remember, tasks in the green blocks are your required activities due by 4 p.m. Friday. And at least one activity in each subject column below the green row is also to be completed by 4 p.m. Friday. Plus, participate in or watch afterwards your classroom's daily class meeting through Google Meet. This is Miss Sawtelle's accountability board, so this is our specific classroom link. Miss Ryder's accountability board will have her class link. Miss Walsh's accountability board will have her class's link. When you complete a block's work, write your name in that block below. This will feel good to say to yourself, I did it! What's next? You can keep track of what you've done across the week and what still needs to be completed by 4 p.m. Friday. I will help you be accountable by cheering you on from afar, being available every school day for office hours, and meeting you online for our daily class meeting. Being accountable is a big middle school job, and this is a perfect time to really practice and prepare for next year. Always here, Miss Sawtelle. P.S. Remember, you can always contact me for any reason during office hours. And if you click on this link, it will bring you to details about how you can connect with me between 9 a.m. and 3:30 every day. All right, back to the accountability board. So I've kind of read you the top. Let's keep scrolling down. Where do I write my name? It said when you complete a block's work, write your name in that block below. I'm going to scroll down. Oh, this looks just like the learning board. This time, the blue column is all blue, which is the math. The reading column is all this pinkish salmon color. Writing is all yellow. SEL is purple. Science and social studies is orange. But then there's still that green block that I know I have to get done. So let's say on Monday, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to do something. I'm going to work on my science and social studies work. And I'm going to start with my green because I have to get that done. So I'm going to read What a Dump and I answer 10 comprehension questions. Remember, on your learning board are all those links to do that. I finished. I did great. I tried my best. Now I'm going to put my name here and say, I'm done with it. Miss Littell, I finished this job. Check it off for me. Whew, one thing off my list. Now, you know what? It's only 10 o'clock on Monday. I think I'm going to do an art activity. On the learning board, you're going to look and figure out, I think I might draw a landscape picture, since that's one of my activities I could do. You draw your landscape picture, and a little bit while you're done, your name goes here. And it proves to yourself, your family, and me that you're ready to get checked. You are proud of yourself, you've accomplished a task, and you're working hard while learning at home. Eventually, every box that you do something, you're going to write your name in there. So number one, I know I have to check it. For example, when you complete your writing about what you are writing as if you were an item in your room, I need to know that you did that in order to check. So when you put your name here, I'm going to say, oh, awesome. I'm going to go check Google Classroom and see how did Miss Littell write this story. So this is a spot, number one, to keep you on track with what you need to do by 4 p.m. Friday. Secondly, it's a spot to celebrate the work that you're doing at home. And lastly, it's a chance for me to say, oh, great, Miss Littell finished her 10 comprehension questions. Let me go check it out. And then I can connect with Miss Littell if I need to, if things need to be celebrated or things need to be fixed or conversations need to be had. So that is the accountability board that is directly connected to your learning board. I hope that answers some questions. Again, this is just a practice. This is not some things we're still working on in here, but that's the general idea of what this learning board is going to look like when you get it on Sunday. All right? If questions pop up, send them my way, send them Miss Walsh's way, send them Miss Ryder's way, and we will answer as much as we can. It'll be fun, it'll be different, but I think it's going to be a great opportunity to try learning in a brand new way. All right, guys.